Good afternoon, everyone. I am Dr. Milind Nemade, Professor and Head, Department of Electronics Engineering, KJ Somaiya Institute of Engineering and Information Technology, Sion, Mumbai. Today, we'll see the performance of experiment on study of IS-95 CDMA mobile phone system. This is the simulation experiment developed for finding out the system capacity of IS-95 CDMA mobile phone system. These are the contents of my presentation. First of all, we'll see the outcomes of experiment, then introduction of IS-95, then air interface and parameters of system capacity of IS-95, theoretical calculations of IS-95, simulated program and output, and finally, conclusion of the experiment. Outcomes of experiment. So after a performance of this experiment, student will be able to differentiate CDMA, FDMA, and TDMA systems. Student will also be able to calculate efficiency and system capacity of IS-95. Introduction of IS-95. IS-95 was the first CDMA mobile phone system to gain widespread use, and it is found widely in North America. Its brand name is CDMA-1, with IS-95 being a second generation 2G systems and all the later 3G systems using CDMA as their access system. That means that IS-95 or CDMA-1 was a pioneering system. Variants of IS-95 and data rates. The initial specification of the system was IS-95A, but its performance was later upgraded under IS-95B. It is this later specification that is synonymous with CDMA-1. Apart from voice, the mobile phone system is also able to carry data at rates up to 14.4 kbps for IS-95A and 115 kbps for IS-95B. Next, multiple access techniques used in IS-95. IS-95 or CDMA-1 was the first cellular telecommunication system to use the CDMA code division multiple access system. Previous systems had used FDMA frequency division multiple access or TDMA time division multiple access. The CDMA or code division multiple access system used for IS-95 is very different to other multiple access schemes used in previous cellular systems. However, it offers a number of advantages and as a result has been widely used in many cellular technologies. The advantage of using CDMA or FDMA and TDMA is that it enables a greater number of users to be supported. The improvement in efficiency is hard to define as it depends on many factors, including the size of the cells and the level of interference between cells and several other factors. Next, additional system capacity of IS-95. Unlike the more traditional cellular systems, where neighboring cells use different sets of channels, a CDMA system reuses the same channels. Signals from other cell will be appear as interference, but the system is able to extract the required signal by using the correct code in the demodulation and signal extraction process. Often more than one channel is used in each cell and these provide additional capacity because there is a limit to the amount of traffic that can be supported on each channel. Next, air interface and parameters for system capacity of IS-95. IS-95 air interface, the convention used is forward link, which is basically the link from the base station to the handset, and reverse link, the link from the handset to the base station. The diagram shows forward link and reverse link operations. There are different parameters used for calculations of system capacity of IS-95. Here there are five parameters, major five parameters are mentioned. First parameter is processing gain. Processing gain is basically in spread spectrum system, the processing gain is the ratio of spread or RF bandwidth to the unspread or baseband bandwidth. It is usually expressed in decimals. The processing gain is also the ratio between the bandwidth of spread signal to the bandwidth of the data signal. Here processing gain is defined as ratio of spreading code to the information data rate, which is nothing but the term W by R. Second parameter is ratio of energy per bit to noise power, which is called as EB by N0. Third parameter is voice activity factor. This voice activity factor phenomenon is basically to understand with the help of example such that when A is talking to B, if you monitor the conversation at any given point, only one person is speaking, the other side is silent. And actually, if you look at studies, there is a lot of times and neither of them is speaking. I think if both of them are thinking, there are idle times. A is talking, B is not talking, but there is a link provided from B to A. The link, this link does not do anything. It's just idle. It just basically transmitting some, maybe some background noise. So voice activity factor is a very interesting phenomenon. Now in a CDMA system, if you do not have anything to transmit, you can transmit with low power because you do not have anything to transmit. So basically you will transmit very low data rate, which you will spread by large spreading factor and you will transmit at low power. So voice activity factor typically is in the range of zero point 0.4 to zero point 0.5. Next parameter is frequency reuse efficiency, and last parameter is number of sectors in the cell site antenna. Theoretical calculations of IS-95. The theoretical estimated capacity of the IS-95 CDMA system is therefore in the order of 128 calls per 1.25 MHz channels per cell. The theoretical capacity assumes perfect power control to counter interference from other mobiles and neglect the effect of thermal noise. In practice, the system is operated at a maximum capacity loading such that about half the receiver noise is from mutual interference and other half is from the thermal noise, which reduces the theoretical capacity about to approximately half, that is to 64 calls per 1.25 megahertz channels per cell. Here you will see the expression for calculations of capacity of IS-95 CDMA cellular system, which is measured in terms of NP, and this is the capacity in terms of number of calls per 1.25 megahertz channel or cells, or per cell we can call. So it is basically a ratio of W by R multiplied by V into S divided by EB by N0 multiplied by F. So W by R is basically a ratio of spreading code. So what is this spreading code? Is nothing but 1.2288 mega chips per second. So this mega chips per second, basically chip indicate the chip rate of a code, and it is the number of pulses per second, that means chips per second, at which the code is transmitted or received, and this is equal to 1.2288 MCPS is equal to 128 times 9600 bits per second to maximum information rate, which is nothing but 9600 bits per second. Another parameter, small v, indicate voice activity gain. This voice activity gain here, approximately we'll have to take it the value as 2. Third parameter is number of sectors per cell. So here we'll have to take number of sectors per cell, that is equal to 3, since we are making use of 60-degree sectoring. Next parameter is EB by N0, which is minimum ratio of bit energy to noise power, and this is to be 6 dB or factor of 4. Another parameter is F, which is frequency reuse efficiency factor. Here frequency reuse efficiency factor will be taken as 1.5. Next we'll see the structure of program and output of program. So this program is written in MATLAB language. This program has 3 parts. First part is a declaration part, where we are declaring the spreading code, which is 12,88,000. Voice activity gain, which is 2. Then number of sector, which are equal to 3. Bit noise error, which is 4, and efficiency, which is equal to 1.5. In second part, we are calculating the system capacity by this equation. And in third part, we are displaying the different parameters of system capacity under declare parameters. Spreading code, voice activity gain, number of sectors, bit noise error, efficiency, and finally the system capacity. So system capacity calculated here is nothing but uh, number of calls per 1.25 megahertz per cell. This is the output of the program when I am executing this program in MATLAB. Now we'll see the execution of this program in MATLAB by switching to the different windows of the system. So see here, uh, this program I'm written in MATLAB, and which is saved as test is95.m. So here initially there is a declaration of terms, and then this equation is written for calculation of system capacity. And finally, I am displaying all these parameters. So once I execute this, so in the command window, I'll able to see the output of this experiment. As very first parameter is spreading code, which is 12,88,000. Then voice activity gain, which is 2, number of sector, which is 3, bit noise error, which is 4, efficiency is 1.5, and finally system capacity, which is 12,000, 12 lakhs 88,000 calls per 1.25 megahertz per cell. Thank you. Now we'll see uh, conclusion of this experiment, which is the last part of this presentation. So conclusion of this experiment is we have studied basically CDMA technology in detail here. It is observed that system is operated at a maximum capacity loading such that about half the receiver noise is from mutual interference and other half is from the thermal noise, which reduces the theoretical capacity above to approximately half. Thank you for this presentation.